Yo, I challenge you to critique your version of success. What does success look like for you? Is it wrapped in like physical things or things like fame? Is it money? Is it riches? Um, is it being able to travel, vacation wherever you want, having a successful business, like your business flourishing, selling a product, whatever, da, da, da. You know, is it things that you want to feel, like feel safety? I don't know, feel valuable, or different things. And the whole point of this is me asking that is just like basically for you to see for yourself. Is your version of success rooted in what you actually want, like at a core level, on a soul level, or is it just what you've been told to believe, what you think you should want? What's been conditioned to think that is success. Is your version of success rooted or dependent on the opinions of others? Because if it is, that's not your version of success. That's not what you find successful. That's what people have told you or what other people think of you. But this is your life. You know, you create your reality. You create your own rules and how you operate in the world, and because one person's version of success might be another person's version of failure. I mean, one person's version of success might be another person's version of failure. I kind of think to that saying of like one man's trash could be another man's treasure, or like one person's heaven could be another man's hell, you know. And also your definition might change. Your definition might change. It will change, honestly. That's how we are as humans. We change and evolve and grow. At one point, for me personally, my version of success, like it's funny. Like yesterday, I've been clearing out my old boxes and stuff, and I found a couple like childhood writings and stuff. I'm actually glad because I found like an old comic drawing of me, or drawing that I drew. It was in Spanish, by the way. I don't know what it was for, like a Spanish assignment or whatever. But anyway, I was looking through my old stuff from like middle school, and one of the things I wrote was I did like a 1 year, 5 years, 10 year thing, and it was either a 5 year or 10 year thing. But I wrote, in X amount of years, I will be playing lacrosse in college, and I'll be dominating the division. And then after that, I'm going to graduate with a degree in engineering and get a good paying job and get a home and a family, da 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 da. And yeah, that was my version of success. A lot of those things don't. It was more than just that, but a lot of those things just didn't resonate no more. But a lot of things did. That's what I mean by like we grow and we evolve. Obviously, that was when I was a kid. You know, which you are. You should dream big as a kid. And it's actually interesting because, a little side note, I feel like I've reconnected with my inner child, and it's like I'm back to like my dreamer self, I guess you could say, or like just really cultivating my dreams, really giving them room to grow, to where my dreams now are way bigger than when I was a kid, like way bigger, way bigger. But anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, basically the whole point of critiquing your version of success is making sure you're not living for someone else. Live for yourself. This is your life. Nobody else is like kind of going off of what I was saying earlier of like one person's heaven, whatever. It could be someone else's hell. For me personally, at one point, my version, like, actually, no, this is a perfect example. And I've said this many times before. So I quit my job 2 months ago. What's today? January 7th, 2026. Yeah. So I quit my job November 14th, 2025. Anyway, that job I had, I was a mechanical engineer. That was the best job I ever had. For real. And it was several moments, like all the time, it was moments where I'm like, yo, like this is literally where I prayed to be. I literally prayed to be at this job as a mechanical engineer, making damn near 6 figures. Like, yo, like, and I'm stable. I don't have like debt. It's like I don't have student loans. I don't have like a lot of stress. I still had stuff I was dealing with, for real, But it wasn't perfect. But a lot of what I had, I literally prayed. I remember being in high school, visualizing and praying to be where I was at, having that position I had in that job, and just being good, just being good and stable, not really stressing like that. I was there. I was literally, I was living in my version of success, but I was living in my previous version of success. And that version no longer became my current version of success. As I soon found out, with just feeling like when I go into work, it's like I'm putting my soul in a box for 8 hours a day. The environment was cool, the people was cool, almost zero problems with anybody, anything at the job. It was honestly a really chill, like, good job. The people was cool as shit, you know what I mean? The higher ups be on some bullshit, but even my manager's manager, they was cool. But it was just like, and I was good at what I did. I was very competent, and they didn't want me to leave when I left. But it was just, this is what I wanted to do. Like, not just recording YouTube stuff like that, but just living my life, not feeling bogged down or limited. Not feeling limited. That's I realized that was my version of success. So basically, maybe that's also why I'm bringing this up. I didn't think about this, but now that I'm saying it, perhaps critiquing your version of success will cause your current reality to be exposed for what it is. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, but just what it truly is. It's like, do I resonate with working at this job? Do I resonate with doing this? Do I resonate with this relationship? Do I resonate with this business or this business deal? Do I resonate in this environment or whatever? That's another thing. Success, your version of success could be being in a certain environment. Like, for example, you could say, like, for me personally, I would say one of my versions of success includes being in an environment where it's just fruitful for dreams and success and ideas, and for me to just be myself and create and really be in my own creative ecosystem where I can do whatever I want, And my version of success will be like, for example, if I had like a dream home, it would probably be, I'm just not thinking about this, by the way. Let me see. What would I want in my dream home? It would probably be, definitely gotta have a music room with guitars, probably have my own recording studio, because I'm not doing music right now, but I got some plans. Have my own library, that's a must. Gotta have a library. And by that time, I know I'm gonna have hella books. I love books, yo. Like, for me, books is like, being in a library is just like being a kid in a candy shop. Or even just being in like Walmart or the convenience store and just walking past like the paper section where it's like notebooks and sketchbooks and pencils and like whiteboards. It's like, yo, it's so much. It's like a blank slate. I could create so much on these pages. Like for me, that's how I be feeling. Like, I get like, just like how I used to feel excited in the store as a kid when I would see like, wrestling figures, WWE toys, and wrestling rings, and Legos, and all the different games and stuff. Like, Ma, can I get this? Can I get that? And I would go straight there. For me, I get the same feeling with like literally just looking at paper and books. Like, I love looking at the book section. That's just my thing, So, but yeah, let's see. I feel like I'm a bit off tangent a bit, but actually no, I'm not. I forgot what I was talking about before that, but I did write down some notes, just like stuff I was brainstorming. But I do remember saying perhaps critiquing your version of success. Like I said, it just exposes what you really want versus the reality you're currently living in, And maybe you'll realize that the reality that you're currently living in, maybe it was something that you prayed for and dreamed of and worked towards in the past to achieve, but maybe it doesn't resonate anymore. And that's okay. That is okay. That's what I mean by your version of success will change. But perhaps you're seeing this right now, listening to this right now, because it's time to redefine your version of success, redefine yourself. That's another thing. Your version of success can also be you. What is a successful version of yourself? Maybe you want to lose weight. You want to be athletic. For me personally, I used to play basketball. I used to be so athletic, yo. I still am. It's just, it's so interesting how time just like seemingly just flies by. But like high school, and college, I guess you could say. But like especially high school and before, I was just so athletic. I would like play every day, play basketball, lacrosse, football. Oh, frisbee, that was a big one. Frisbee, sometimes soccer. And it was definitely easier because it was literally a part of my schedule. Like we had to play sports, you know what I mean? But I love to play sports anyway. But and I ran track, but that was the most shape I ever been in. And for me, being out of that environment now, being in the workforce and everything, it's just like niggas gotta work. You feel me? Niggas gotta work, and life happens. Life happens where you don't do as much of the things that you want to do, much of the things that you love or once loved, or maybe loved and just haven't done in a while. And for me personally, my goals are to get back to, just being, first of all, losing weight, and then being as athletic, if not more, than my previous self, or as in shape or more in shape as my previous self. Running track, that was the best shape I was ever in, yo. I did indoor and outdoor track. I did the 400. But anyway, yeah, I think I had some notes here. Oh, I said, what feelings do you want to feel? What feelings do you want to feel? And then, do you want to feel, I think I said safety as an example. Safety, you want to feel happy? Do you want to feel not stressed out all the time? Man, that's a whole nother thing. For me personally, because my whole life I felt, I don't know, this anxiety just in general, and now it's just not really there anymore. Not in the same capacity, not the same way it was before. That's how life feels. Like a deep breath. That's how life feels for me right now. It's not that I don't stress, I don't worry, but it's way, 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 way less. Way less, exponentially less. And let me see, a couple other notes I had was, Many times we get wrapped in one thing in order to feel successful or happy. Yeah, ask yourself that. Is your version of success wrapped in this one particular achievement, or this one thing? And are you delaying your happiness by attaching your happiness to that one thing? Like, are you saying to yourself, oh, I won't be happy until I get this, or I am this way, or I achieve this? It's like, why you don't have to do that. Like, I recommend choosing to be happy now, and also expressing gratitude. Well, for me personally, like I said, with this whole channel and stuff, I'm literally just giving you my lessons that I've learned. But through gratitude, gratitude. It's so many things to be grateful for, yo. It's so many things to be grateful for. Like, for me, I be thinking, like I thank God every day for so many different things. Like, I have 5 fingers. I said 5 fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes. I have ears and toes and cartilage, and I have a nose. I have Raynaud syndrome, which is like this. I don't even know exactly how to describe it, but it's just your fingers get cold. I think it's like you have like poor blood circulation to your cartilage, like your ears and nose, toes, fingers. But my hands will freeze up. It's not too cold today, so my hands not really freezing up. Like my fingers will literally turn white, even if it could be like 80 degrees with a breeze. But because of that breeze, my hands will freeze. You feel me? My fingers will turn white. Like, damn. But I'm grateful. I have fingers. Hey, it's like my eyes. My vision is not the best. I have to wear glasses. I might even start wearing contacts soon. But hey, I don't have the best vision, but I'm glad I have vision. You know? So many things to be grateful for, yo. So many things to be grateful for. So many people who don't have a lot of those things. Like people who don't have vision, who don't have fingers. And anyway, yeah. You don't have to attach your happiness to one particular result, you know? Through gratitude, I feel like, among other things, but through gratitude, you can just realize how much you already have. And I'm gonna end this off with giving my personal version of success. For me, my version of success, and maybe I'm not gonna say everything, because it really is a lot, because then I want to end this video soon, but my version of success is that's the thing. Another point I was gonna make, helicopter flying. Another point I was gonna make is that I feel like I'm already successful, because I have many different versions of success, or different things that I define as successful. One of them is success being not needing anything outside of myself. So in that way, I'm already extremely successful. I'm already like extremely successful. Not needing anything outside of myself. I've gotten to a point in my life where I realize all the answers that I need are within me. And I receive messages all day, every day, from the divine, from the Most High, from Source, from Spirit, from the Creator, from my spirit guides, from my higher self, my spirit team, all the time. It's just I gotta have the ears to listen. And it's hard to listen when you got technology and social media and you scrolling and infinite scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, click on this, click on that, and dopamine hit from clicking this, clicking that, looking at beef and internet rap beef, whatever, and politics, like getting caught up in that. I mean, you know, I think it's important to stay aware of what's going on, but getting caught up in certain things and just consuming things all the time, it's like, where does that leave room for God? Where does that leave room for divine messages that you naturally, innately receive? You know? So that's why for me, I really prioritize silence and just being by myself. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy just being by myself, because I have a personal relationship with God and I receive messages all the time, like all day, every day. It's crazy. It's crazy now because I see repeating numbers like all day, every day. Like, it's not even like angel numbers. It's like specific numbers to me. That's just confirmation. I say my ear will ring. At the same time, I see a repeating number, and I was just thinking about this specific thing. I'm like, okay, double confirmation. Okay, I see. I see you, God, relaying the message this way, or it being relayed but through experience. A lot of stuff for me, it'd be stuff a lot of messages for me come in the form of like something could have gone so much worse, like so much worse, but it didn't. And it's like, yo, I'm like, thank you, God. And then I'm like, yo, hey, message received, God. Hey, I appreciate you. Like, hey, so anyway, it's already 22 and a half minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to challenge you to critique your definition of success. And you can both be happy now and want more for yourself. That has helped me a lot. It's like I'm happy right now. I choose to be happy right now. There's so many things I can't control. No, things aren't perfect. Things will never be perfect. Things can be better, of course, but I can't control. There are things that are outside of my control. I can only control what I can control, and I can only control myself. Therefore, while I'm going through whatever, if I'm going through this struggle, I choose not to be cynical. I choose not to pout and talk down on myself or talk down about my life while I'm going through something tough, going through a hardship, going through a struggle. I choose to be happy now, be grateful, and find a way through. And it's easier said than done. It's not, it's, especially when you're going through the thick of it, into the thick of it type shit, like, but both can be true. You can both choose to be happy now and want and expect more and create more for yourself, so yeah, I think that's mainly what I want to say. So, but yeah, that's all for now. Peace.